Hey world, this is AG for Fun 18's tutorial video on how to make your American Girl doll's hair like new. And to help us out here, we've got Sonali, who's got a bit of a rat's nest right now. Now what we're going to start with is first put a towel around your American Girl. This is a ponytail just to keep it around. That's to protect her skin. A brush, and here's the magic stuff. Johnson's baby shampoo is what we're going to use, because if it's safe on a baby, it's safe on your American Girl. It's chemical free and whatnot. I'm going to put you down for just 2 seconds so I can squirt some into my hand and get this going. Okay, so once you get some into your hand, you're going to get the hair just a little bit wet, and the only thing that you have to be really careful about for this, so I have that in my hand, smushing it into the tips of her hair only. What you have to be careful about is that you don't just like pour it right on top of her head. You're washing the ends of the hair and then running your soapy hand like on top of it, and because if you get to the scalp, then there's possibilities of like molding and all that. So wash the tips and make sure you guys like know what you're doing. You can get pretty close, but just as long as you're not washing on top of the scalp. That's not advised. Okay, so you get it into a nice soapy lather, and then you kind of just pull pieces and strands with the soap, so you're slowly starting to work your way up a little bit. You're not completely lathering in the water yet, and you don't get the scalp completely wet at all. Okay, so you've got the soapy lather, right? Now comes the hard part, which I'm going to show you about later, but yeah, basically after that, now that it's in the soap, you have to use the brush and brush it out while it's wet. And then once you can, you rinse it thoroughly. You can get as close, you can get right up to the scalp. But also another thing, make sure you're not just flying water around, because American Girls, when they get their eyes wet, their eyes go like dull and change color. So if you want Sonali or your other dolls to keep their brown eyes, then don't fling water in their eyes or anything in their eyes really. So yeah, just remember, keep the scalp kind of dry, but wash the ends, and you can run kind of that soapy hand on top of it. And then once you do finish brushing it out, make sure that it's rinsed completely, and you're going to spread out all those pieces of hair. You can run like a little bit of a watered hand on top of it, let it drip on their head. And once you've got that done, you can put them to stand up against a fan. It's good if you, it's going to be a little strandy at first if you just leave it, because you've got it brushed out into these fine pieces, these fine strands, and then it will dry like that. But then you give it a little brush after it's dried, and it's fluffy and soft again, hopefully. But this stuff actually works like magic on American Girl's hair. But, yeah, so that is my tutorial on hair stuff. Just remember to not completely cover the scalp, brush out the hair, soap up the ends, and rinse completely. Don't get the top of the head wet, and, I mean you can a little bit, just sprinkle some water, but not completely wet, and leave to dry by the fan, or wherever. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching, and I hope this helped.